Now let's begin the conversation. Major development comes with some challenges, such as environmental degradation and influx of people from far and near, which can fuel insecurity. Such is a lot of people of Obajana in Kogi State, the host community of the largest cement factory in Nigeria and one of the largest in Africa. The Obajana cement plant operated by Dangote Cement. A delegation from Obajana in Ododo district of the state met with Governor Usman Ododo in Lokoja, the capital. At the meeting, they decried environmental degradation caused by operations at the cement factory for more than 25 years, noting that rising insecurity has crippled farming, trade and free movement of people. Governor Ododo reassured residents of Ododo district in Lokoja local government area that his administration will sustain the onslaught against criminal elements in the area. The governor also pledged to engage constructively with the management of Dangote Company and other stakeholders to resolve the issues. Now let's share this story by TVC News' Michael Ilya with you.
The delegation was drawn from Obajana, Apata, Oyo, Oshokoshoku, and other neighboring communities in the Ododo district who met with Governor Usman Ododo in Lokoja. They commended the governor's renewed vision for development while also presenting concerns about persistent insecurity in their areas.
Even before they knew it, His Excellency, because of his innovative acumen, he decided to engage 1,050 local hunters to man our various communities in order to curtail the excesses of the people of the underworld. In the area of security, you are rated excellent. And on this note, we have gathered ourselves and we have brought before you our cries to deliver us. Your Excellency, sir, it is pertinent to draw your attention to the overwhelming security challenges of our communities in Obajana axis. Prior to the establishment of Dangote Cement Company at Obajana, we lived a very peaceful life as farmers and hunters. Which have been our occupation and the occupation of our forefathers. But today, the situation has changed to escalated kidnapping, banditry, and other criminal activities in the area. Kidnappers unleash incessant attacks on our communities, even in the broad daylight, with little or no hindrance. Some of the efforts we have made as royal fathers, he can attest to the fact that sometimes we put on armor to run after these people. Chief Omodara is here to attest to our claim. Your Excellency, on many occasions, the community vigilante groups were overpowered by the kidnappers because they bear superior firearms, and we have lost quite a number of our people in captivity and in defense of our community, just as we paid ransom for the release of victims. It is important to mention that findings have revealed the influx of people, foreigners inclusive, to our communities due to the inherent activities of Dangote Cement Company is alleged to be the major cause of the insecurity in our communities. While the government and the communities are making efforts to fight security challenges, the management of Dangote Cement Company has not shown enough concern. Commercial motorcycle riders and scavengers, most of whom are involved in transportation of ammunition, weapons, and people with criminal tendencies to the communities. The communities have reasons to suspect that some illegal miners have armed guards who have constituted threat to neighboring communities and aided activities of illegal miners. Ododo is a district with so many mineral resources deposits, not leaving out gold. And these bad elements are using this medium or using the opportunity of our resources to evade our various communities. The environmental pollution as a result of attractive activities of this company cut short people's life expectancy to 36 years due to inhaling of cement pollution. The management paid compensation for economic trees, but till date, there has not been any payment of compensation for the vast land acquired by the company.
They decried the environmental degradation caused by Dangote Cement Company's operations in the axis for over 25 years, noting that rising insecurity has hindered farming, trade, and the free movement of people.
Dangote have established this company in the past 25 years. That is one. Two, Dangote have no memorandums of understanding with the host community of Bajana Pata, the Patron land. That the present trailer park single-handedly marked to local government, and they have at least spent a lot in that trailer park. And Dangote refused of making use of it. The biggest trailer park as far as this country is concerned, Your Excellency. That is how you are seeing the truck of Dangote parking here and there. So the land given to Dangote, if we mark it by land professionals, it's more than 4 kilometers by 5 kilometers land given to Dangote without any MOU, sir, which is not done anywhere. We love him, we supported him. By the grace of God, I'm 17 years old on this throne today, and there's no one day a protest that destroy his company or break one bulb of his company. I think he's supposed to reciprocate the gestures for the host community.
The chairman of Lokoja local government area highlighted progress achieved in addressing the challenges through collaboration with security agencies.
We were able to secure 5 Sienna vehicles for our security outfit. Out of these 5 for the local government, 2 is in that Aziz, 1 in Obajana, 1 in Akpata. And out of the 50 hunters we recruited, 20 comes from that Aziz. Of course, even our EBT rifle that His Excellency supported us with. Out of 45 of our rifle, 15 are in the Aziz to support their hunters.
One of the kidnapped victims recounted his ordeal in the hands of abductors, detailing the trauma his family endured before his release.
The first one, I was kidnapped 2019. I was kidnapped 2020. I was kidnapped 2024. I was kidnapped 2025, which is that one. I have a story to tell. My experience is that is not very bad. You can see somebody using the cup or using the water bottle you use to drink water, you use it to urinate again, and serious beating. I think when I came back, I lost my memory for more than 2 weeks. It is only God that revived me back.
The State Security Advisor, Jerry Omodara, acknowledged that insecurity persists in Obajana and its environs. He attributed the problem partly to the lack of synergy between Dangote Cement Company and the state government in tackling security threats.
But the fact remains, I think the establishment of Dangote in Upper Jana area is one area that is being a kind of turn in the life of Kogi State as far as security is concerned. There is truly a disconnect between the company and Kogi State. In terms of influx, Dangote trucks are used to bring bandits. Several of the people arrested, how they access the state is through unrestricted movement by some of these people using Dangote trucks to come into Kogi. I also recall that the company have not in any way tried to leverage their relationship with my office. I recalled exactly 2 months ago in one of our clearance operations with the National Security Advisor's Office collaborated with the state. And the need to deploy drone to identify bandit area, it will take us less than 15 minutes from the Obajana cement factory. We launched the drone from Lokoja, and it was becoming difficult to carry out due operation in that area. The best way to launch it was through the airfield in Obajana. A formal note was sent from my office to to Dangote, and it was turned down that we could not use the airfield to launch the drone. We had to move to Kaba to be able to launch the drone in that area. There is serious disconnect between the company and security of Kogi State, which is not helping the state. From Jakora, Oyo, Iwa, and all other areas to Sokosoko, we know the number of kidnap cases we are experiencing.
In his response, Governor Ododo reassured the people of Owodo district that Kogi State is not a safe haven for criminal elements. He pledged to address the concerns raised by the community leaders and to engage constructively with the management of Dangote Company and other stakeholders to resolve the issues.
We will go through the reports. I'm not going to be in a haste. We're going to set committee to look at this very report. At this point, we're not going to blame anybody. We are going into the root of this matter. We're going to engage with the company. And of course, the outcome will be made public. I want to sincerely thank you for letting us the truth. If you don't come out like this, I cannot be everywhere. You know the history of the land. You know the history of the establishment of Dangote. You know what kind of agreement and understanding you had with him. But now that you have come out to speak to us, we will take it from there. We are people of integrity. We are people that follow the process. We love peace. We love unity. We engage constructively. We are going to engage with him to make sure we clean that area. Because what God has given us shouldn't be a problem to us. God has given us this mineral deposit to assist and develop our country, our state, and our community. It shouldn't be a problem to us. And I want to plead with all of us, especially our royal fathers. We shouldn't give out our birthright for peanuts. It's insulting. I want to plead, we should stop giving out our land to bandits. You cannot just accommodate somebody you don't know. You cannot just give out our ancestral legacy for peanuts. If we don't stop it, our children and generation yet unborn will come to face either your direct children or your grandchildren with a question that they may not be able to provide response to. Kogi shouldn't have problem with poverty. It's none of our business with poverty. A land that is blessed with so many mineral deposits in commercial quantity. A state that is strategically located as far as this country is concerned. A state that is so blessed with arable land. And we are not lazy.
The highlight was the presentation of a document containing complaints, findings, and recommendations from key stakeholders across the Oworo communities. Michael Ila, TVC News, Lokoja.
All right, thank you, Michael Ila. But BQ, unpack this for us. What are the security concerns and also the environmental concerns, raised against Dangote, and what is the Kogi State government doing to address those concerns?
No, the people were already tired, as you can see from the way the traditional rulers were speaking. It's not easy to have so many traditional rulers in a hall and all of them complaining about the same thing. From Obajana coming down to Oshoko to the boundary with Kabatown.
Okay.
That whole area, part of Bono land, is infested by bandits. In fact, if you are traveling maybe from Ekiti State, you get to Iyamoye. From Iyamoye, you get to Ekenade, which is my hometown. And you are going to Lokoja or going to Abuja. Once you get past Kabatown, your heart will be in your mouth. From that area,
Yes.
until after Obajana, your heart will not be at peace. Odoape especially, which is very close to Kabatown. That whole area, they've kidnapped people so many times in that area. There was a traditional ruler, a very old traditional ruler that was kidnapped there. They secured his release later on. That whole area is infested by bandits and people had been killed. And what they are saying is that Oworo district, because it's close to this area that I'm talking about, that whole Oworo district, where you have the Obajana cement and the communities around it, there is a high level of banditry in that area, and they are blaming it on the people that these trailers bring in. They don't do any profiling, they just bring in people. You've seen many times that you stop a trailer, especially people in Ondo State, they do a lot of that. They stop a trailer, say, let's do random check, and you find firearms.
Hidden on the...
Yes. And people can't explain why they bear those arms. And people had been kidnapped in that area. They are saying that a lot of people come in, oh, I want to come and work at this company. But a lot of them are actually criminals. That's the point that they are making. So my concern is, how can the company, because I have a lot of takeaways from what these traditional rulers are saying. How can the government of Kogi State, the Dangote Cement Company, and the community leadership, the leadership of the communities in the Oworo district, synergize to tackle this big problem of banditry that we cannot deny, except if you are not from Kogi State. If you are from Kogi State, you know that in that area, the Oshoko area, right out to Odoape, you know that there's a big banditry problem there. Even if you Google it, just even type it out. Even Odoape alone, you type it out, you see how many cases of banditry. No one can deny that, except people who are not familiar with the area. You know? So, and the people are saying that they don't get support to defend their communities, to protect their people. That is what they are saying. And the security advisor to the state retired Commander Modara also said the same thing, that even when they wanted to launch a drone to patrol the area, they wanted to use the Obajana airfield, they were denied access. If the whole area is safe, shouldn't it be to the advantage of the company?
Sure.
Why should you deny?
So there's a disconnect.
That is the point that the security advisor made, that it is clear that there is no synergy in that area. The other takeaway is the allegation of pollution. It is not strange to hear where there is a company this big, of course there will be pollution and all that. So the question is, what are the mitigating efforts being made? The people are saying, no, they do not get any form of compensation for the pollution. They don't get it. And one striking claim that one of the traditional rulers, that's the Oba of Obajana, their traditional ruler, said was that even for that piece of land,
the trailer park.
No.
Okay.
They said that's a different thing. He's saying that the trailer park, that there's a big trailer park that they refuse to use. They prefer to park by the side of the road. In Lagos, articulated vehicle drivers do that, but Lagos will find a way. They will tow your vehicle, then after some maybe they threaten strike and all that, they will release. But you know that they've sent a message that they don't want you to stay by the side of the road. So
all right,
now what they are saying,
we have a caller, Ade, calling in from London. Ade, let's talk.
Yes, I want to contribute to what Prince Babajide is talking about.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm interested in this because I like to visit Kenyande one day. I think I want to advise Babajide that he should work with the governor, that they should go to my state, in Ondo State, and see the Amatekun. They should have Amatekun, special Amatekun, from those who are from Kogi, like the king. One of the Oba said that they employ hunters. Convert those hunters to Amatekun. The way we did it in Ondo State. Let them be there. Give them good salary, good allowance. So they will be in that hotspot. I can guarantee you that nothing like that will happen there, because a lot of people, when they celebrate a Kenyande Day, some people are interested like me to come there and do something. But with the security around there, they should forget about police or army.
Okay.
Use Amatekun. Amatekun is very strong in my state, in all those states.
Thank you.
So when they have special Amatekun in that place, the problem will stop. So
thank you. Thank you very much. But we need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go away. Still Journalist Hangout. All right, if you just joined us, it's still Journalist Hangout. I still have Dr. Oladipo right here and BKO still talking about the situation in Kogi State, Obajana. The governor has said he will tackle this issue. Now, what do you expect from the government? What should be done in the immediate to sort this matter out?
What they can do in the immediate again is that if the cement company prevented the Office of the National Security Advisor from assessing that place to use as a laundry outfit, then the president may need to step in.
The president should step in.
He should step in.
I think
because this is a very serious issue that has come up. If you can't pass through a state safely, look at what the caller just said. It says a lot. This man is from Ondo State. He says he wants to come for a particular festival in Kogi State, but he's even scared of coming. That should tell you the way people think about these things. Meaning that he knew before now that this exists.
Exactly.
So there is a need to really step up. You know, it is not enough for people to arrive at a company and say they have come to work. There must be profiling.
Without profiling, that's a risk.
In Lagos, that there were videos all over that some guys in trucks were brought in. And then they came, and then maybe a few days later, all of them were bringing ID card. Whereas even those who are your hosts, you're not giving them jobs. Because when you find out now, these are menial jobs that the people in the community
they are supposed to be exactly.
That was what happened when it happened in Lagos. The community people said these are jobs that should be given to us. These are not skilled jobs. So they can make use of the people there. Why bring in trailer? And once you open this flank that people see that, okay, we can come in groups, they make use of it. And
so criminals will also join.
Exactly. We have Adeyemo calling in from Ikorodu. Adeyemo, go ahead.
Good evening, Babajide.
Good evening.
Good evening to your crew in the studio.
No.
The issue of insecurity. The issue of insecurity you are talking about in Kogi State. But Babajide, I want you to know that internal security is the police responsibility to ensure that the country is safe. And I want to say, because if there is no consequence for any action, we will keep on having repeated cases of this issue of insecurity in some OAR areas of responsibility of those police or those units who are responsible to take charge of the security of that area. It's just a wake-up call so that everybody, the police unit responsible in those locations of Obajana you've mentioned, will be up to their task. It's not a rocket science. When I just suppose the issue of insecurity in a locality compared to other clients, I don't know why we should continue to have recurrent issues of insecurity and becoming a norm. So the police should be up to their game to ensure that all the nooks and crannies of those areas where these bandits are hiding are fished out and dealt with.
Okay, thank you very much. Dr. said the president should intervene.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Oh, why not? Why will I disagree with a thing like that? Because there are big issues raised that the people didn't even get compensation for from the company. These are emotive issues. If you are making money from
a particular
community, the people want to benefit one way or another.
Corporate social responsibility.
The people want to benefit. And as you can see, they are the ones bearing the brunt of insecurity. It's their own people get kidnapped. It's not people who are in Lagos. But that's a big, big cement company. There's no one like it in our country. And even beyond. So, as the governor said, what God has deposited in our soil shouldn't make us suffer. So the people are saying there was no MOU, there was no compensation paid. We need to find out whether it's true. And the Dangote company has an obligation to respond to some of these allegations. Is this true? Perhaps some of them are exaggerated. We will never know until they come out to defend themselves.
Yes.
They cannot be tongue-tied in a situation like this. You must address all these issues. What are you doing in the area of security? For example, supporting internal security as it concerns the area where you make so much money. How many patrol vehicles have you seen that Dangote has donated a lot of patrol vehicles, a lot of sedans for the police. Everywhere you go, you see. But in that area, that particular area where there is a pressing need to address the matter of insecurity, how much support?
Have you actually donated?
Yes. How much support have you given the state to help improve internal security? How much support have you given? Are the residents aware that you are even doing these things? Because if they are aware that you are happy, because they made the point that the company does not care when they complain about insecurity, that there are people being kidnapped, some of them dying in captivity, that the company does not show concern. How are we going to know that the company indeed has provided support in the past, maybe for the security agencies in Kogi State, where you make so much money? We will never know until they come out to tell us. And if indeed they've not been offering support, then it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Because the people don't deserve to always fall victim of kidnappers. Just because their area, their communities play host to so many people because there's a big company there. They don't deserve to suffer.
Absolutely.
And there ought to be some benefit that come to Why do you think those Niger Delta people, they're always fighting? They insist that you must give us jobs. They insist you must build schools for us. They insist you must do this for us. Why? Mosop. Why did they set up Mosop? Why did they set the Ogoni people? Yes. Why they fight? Because they felt, look, the
you
goose
can't be making money from
that lays the golden egg
needs to benefit.
Shouldn't be brushed aside.
Exactly.
So it's the same attitude that we must extend to people of this Oworo district. We must do our best. The governor, as he has promised,
yes,
he must do his best to ensure that security improves. If security improves in Obajana,
yes,
that area, that Oworo district, all of our people will feel the impact right up to the boundary with Kaba. That is Ododo.
Okay.
They will feel it. Okay, Bukun, all of those areas, they will begin to breathe a sigh of relief because the same people migrate all the way from the Obajana, Oshoko area to go and be terrorizing our people in the entire Bunu Kingdom and parts of Yagba land, Yagba West, Yagba East. So there is a pressing need to address this problem. And if this is above the pay grade of the young governor of Kogi State, then he has a father in the president that he can walk up to that. Look, how do you help us out of this?
To get this sorted.
Because the people must not be allowed to continue
to suffer. And in fact, the NSA also needs to, you know...
Yes. Be that allegation, for example, that you refuse to allow them to use the airfield for something that's meant to help improve security. How do you defend such a thing? Except if they lied against them. I'll be very disappointed if indeed that allegation was true. That you will not allow them, but some people will want to do wedding somewhere in the Lokoja area. But you allow them to land the airfield. People wanted to launch drone to protect an area, to improve security in the area where you are making money. You then deny them the use. Come on, these things shouldn't be happening.
Absolutely.
Except if these traditional rulers just came to see the governor and they were really not falsehood. No,
I would not agree that.
Because some of these things are really difficult to believe that these things are happening.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, just round up this conversation.
I also think that there should be a closure to this 2022 panel report on the acquisition of Obajana cement. Because so many allegations were made there. There was no, the report said, no evidence that any compensation or consideration was paid to the state government. And that since it started work, there has been no,
engagement,
dividend to the state, no nothing. That it was like the company was just handed over to Dangote Cement.
And I think the governor also said the traditional rulers stop handing out lands,
yes,
ancestral lands.
There are other places.
That's a good advice, so that you don't just give your rights out.
Exactly.
Just because somebody brought money.
Exactly.
You know, even outside of that area, it's happening. Some traditional rulers don't even know who they are giving land.
Oh, because
they gave you little money. You call yourself a traditional ruler, they just give you a little money. You say, this whole place. Later on, they will bring people who will become bandits.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you have a problem that you cannot address. The governor was not aware when you were sheepishly giving people land.
He's the
same one that you now call when you cannot sleep with two eyes closed. So this is the I'm happy that he told this traditional ruler because some of them don't even know how to behave. Out of greed, some of these traditional rulers show just how irresponsible they are because of greed. Greed has to be moderated. Anything that we do, you must do it with moderation.
Moderation, absolutely.
So greed itself must be moderated. Because there are consequences for not moderating your greed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation.